It is Horror Week here on 99.7 DJX. Stories of the unexplained, the unknown, the creepy, all week.
So should we start with a happy ghost?
Yeah, let's do it.
Bethany says, when my sister was little, she just kept singing this song. I am so happy. I am so colorful now. Finally, my mom asked her what she was singing, and she said it was a message for Lindy. Now, my mom happened to casually bring it up in conversation with her coworker, Linda. Turns out Linda's daughter had passed away the year prior. Her daughter loved rainbows and always told people her mom's name was Lindy.
Oh my gosh.
Linda cried happy tears that day.
Wow.
Man.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, before we get to the Aladdin story, one from Jesse, who texted us, said, I was home alone one night as a husband was working out of town. I read this book called My Son and the Afterlife. Read the whole thing that night. It's about a teen who died and how in the afterlife he reaches out to his mom. True story. So I wake up to the sound of a couple people saying loudly enough to wake me up. Do you think it'll work? So loud it actually did wake me up. I get up, look around, no one's there. Just me and the dogs. The kitchen door window had the initials EM written in it in frost.
Oh, wow.
All the doors were locked. It took me a day to realize that the boy's initials in the book was EM. I reached out to his mom, and she says he loved writing messages on windows.
Oh, my gosh.
That is so wild.
And by the way, the name of the book is My Son in the Afterlife.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, so let's dive into Jana's. It was right around the time the new Aladdin movie came out with Will Smith. It was the biggest craze in our family. So our nanny sent us a kid's genie lamp from Amazon to the house.
Okay.
Now, I didn't know where to put it, so it just kind of ended up in our bedroom. My husband happened to be away traveling that night, so when I lay down to go to sleep, I woke up because I heard a loud crash. I was shocked to see that my phone had flown off my nightstand and been thrown across the room directly towards the lamp.
Oh.
Now, I wasn't thinking it was connected to the genie lamp at all at this point, but I called my husband immediately to tell him what was going on.
Right.
The next night he was home, had just fallen asleep. I was reading. My phone did the exact same thing, flew off the nightstand at the lamp.
Wow.
So I woke him up. He could see that my phone was at the foot of our bed on the floor. The next morning, I started to question if this had to do with the lamp, since we had no activity in our house prior to this bizarre gift showing up. So I set it out on the dining room table when our nanny showed up the following morning. I explained to her what was going on and asked her to please not be offended, but I wasn't quite sure what to do with the lamp at this point, and she understood, was very gracious. But just before I got home, she said the strangest thing happened in the wall directly above where the lamp was sitting.
What?
We had a gallery of framed art from my kids over the years, and 3 of the picture frames jumped off the wall, shattered on the ground. It was at that point I just told the kids to take it somewhere and bury it.
What?
So shortly after they returned, my husband said he wanted to see where they had buried it. The kids took him to show him the gravesite for our beloved fake genie lamp, and it was already missing from the grave.
Oh my God.
Never saw it since.
She full-on Jumanji'd that.
Yes, she did.
Someone else is getting that genie lamp and some crazy stuff is happening.
Oh my gosh.
That
or
is
maybe
wild.
The genie came out of the lamp
Oh.
and relocated.
Oh, I love this. Horror Week here, 99.7 DJX. Plenty more of your stories on the way. If you've got one, feel free to share it with us. 502-571-9970, or you can always text it or call it in.